Have you ever stopped to think why some men our age manage to convey elegance and sophistication just by the way they walk, while others, even wearing expensive clothes, end up giving an impression of sloppiness? You know that moment when you're getting ready for an important meeting or social event, and you only realize something's wrong when you're already on the street. Over the years, I've discovered that the problem almost always lies in the feet. Literally, the shoe is the foundation of any elegant masculine look, but it's also where most men make the most serious mistakes. And I'll tell you something, after 40, these mistakes become even more evident and can completely sabotage the image you want to convey today. I'm going to share with you the 8 most common shoe mistakes that can ruin any mature gentleman's look. And look, item number 6 is something I myself committed for years without realizing, a mistake that can make you look completely disproportionate. So stay with me until the end because, in my experience, correcting these points will transform not only your appearance, but also your confidence when walking. Error 1: worn out or poorly maintained SHOS. Let's start with the most basic mistake. Wearing worn out or poorly maintained shoes. Man, I know that favorite shoe has a story. You bought it on a special occasion. It's comfortable. It's already molded perfectly to your foot. But when the leather is dry, the heel is worn, or the sole is coming off, it's sending a very clear message about you. The problem is that poorly maintained shoes draw attention for the wrong reasons. And when you're over 40 and want to convey seriousness and success, every detail counts. The solution isn't necessarily to throw everything away. Learn to properly care for your shoes. Use appropriate moisturizing cream for leather, brush regularly, and store with shoe trees to maintain shape. Set a limit. When the shoe starts showing signs of wear that can't be repaired, it's time to say goodbye. And look, if you're realizing that taking care of these details makes a difference, subscribe to the channel because I have much more practical tips based on real experience. Arrow to sports footwear in inappropriate contexts. Now let's talk about something that has become an epidemic: wearing sports footwear in completely inappropriate contexts. I see this all the time. Men our age wearing sneakers in situations that call for a minimum of formality. I'm not talking about casual sneakers in relaxed environments, but rather using sports footwear in work meetings, dinners, or social events. The problem is that this can give an impression of immaturity or lack of awareness about dress codes, and when you're in a leadership position, this choice can work against you. The solution is to be aware of the context. For work, formal events, or more serious social situations, always opt for leather shoes. If you need comfort, there are now dress shoes with technologies that offer the comfort of a sneaker with the appearance of formal footwear. Are these tips I'm sharing in this video being useful for you? Show your support with a like. Your interaction allows this content to reach other incredible people like you. Error 3: synthetic or low-quality leather SHOEs. This error here is fundamental. Using synthetic or low-quality leather shoes, the difference between quality genuine leather and synthetic is striking. Synthetic shoes don't breathe, cause discomfort during the day, and have an appearance that screams cheap from afar. Plus, they don't age well. Genuine leather, on the other hand, improves with time when well cared for. It molds to your foot and automatically conveys an impression of quality. The strategy is to invest in fewer pairs, but of better quality. It's better to have 3 pairs of genuine leather shoes that you rotate than 10 synthetic pairs. When buying, always check if it's genuine leather. Touch the material, feel the texture, observe the flexibility. Tell me in the comments, have you already made the transition from synthetic shoes to genuine leather? What difference did you notice? Error for inappropriate combinations between shoes and belts. Let's talk about a basic rule that many men ignore: the combination between shoes and belts. This is one of the simplest rules of masculine elegance, but one that makes a brutal difference in the final look. When you wear a brown shoe with a black belt, or vice versa, you create a dissonance that breaks the harmony of the look. The problem is that this lack of coordination can give an impression of sloppiness or lack of attention to detail. The rule is simple. Shoes and belts should be in the same color family. Brown shoe with brown belt, black shoe with black belt. If you have doubts, start with the basics. A pair of black shoes with a black belt and a brown pair with a brown belt. And look, if you're seeing value in these practical experience tips, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I always share tested strategies that really work. Error 5: excessively pointed or square models. Now we come to a controversial point: excessively pointed or square shoe models. These extreme formats may even be in fashion at certain times, but they're rarely the best choice for mature men who want to maintain a classic and elegant appearance. Very pointed shoes can look exaggerated, especially when you're no longer 20 years old. Those that are excessively square can give a heavy and outdated appearance. The secret is in balance. Look, for shoes with slightly rounded toes or with a soft point, these formats are timeless, elegant, and work well with different types of clothing. The tip is, when in doubt between 2 models, always opt for the more classic one. Trends pass, but timeless elegance remains. Leave it in the comments. Have you ever tried shoes with more extreme formats? How was your experience? Aero 6 shoes with very thick or disproportionate soles, and we arrive at the item. I promised something I myself committed for years, using shoes with very thick or disproportionate soles. During a period, I thought thicker soles would give a more imposing appearance. What I didn't realize is that they were creating a strange disproportion with the rest of my body. The problem is that excessively thick soles can make you look like you're wearing borrowed shoes, or can give a childish appearance. Plus, they can make your walk less natural and elegant. The solution is to opt for soles proportional to the shoe and your body type. A slightly thicker sole can be interesting to add height, but always within reasonable limits. Look for shoes where the sole is a harmonious part of the overall design, not an element that draws attention to itself. Era 7 footwear with flashy details or inappropriate col or a slash talk about flashy details and inappropriate colors in shoes. I'm referring to shoes with exaggerated buckles, very shiny metals, neon colors, or details that look more like costume than elegant footwear. The problem is that these elements draw attention to the feet when ideally the shoe should complement the look without taking the spotlight. The strategy is to bet on classic colors, black, brown in its variations, and occasionally navy blue. For details, prefer discreet and functional elements. If you want to add personality to your look, do it through other elements, but always with elegance. Era 8, neglecting proper fit and CIOFOT, and we arrive at the last point, neglecting proper fit and comfort. Many men buy shoes only by size, without considering foot width, shape, or how the shoe actually fits. The result is shoes that hurt and make you walk unnaturally. A poorly fitted shoe not only causes physical discomfort, but also affects your posture and confidence when walking. The solution is to always try before buying, preferably at the end of the day when the foot is slightly swollen. To walk in the store, test comfort in different positions. Recapping the 8 errors: poorly maintained shoes, sports footwear in inappropriate contexts, low-quality synthetic leather, wrong combinations with belts, extreme formats, disproportionate soles, flashy details, and neglecting proper fit. In my experience, correcting these points will completely transform your appearance and confidence. The shoe is the foundation of any elegant look, and when you get this choice right, everything else flows naturally. Remember, it's not about spending fortunes, but about making smart choices and properly caring for what you have. So which of these mistakes have you already made? Which of these tips will you apply first? Leave your experience in the comments, because I love exchanging ideas with men who, like us, know that taking care of details makes all the difference. If the content was useful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned, because in the next video I'm going to show the 5 types of shoes that every elegant man should have in his wardrobe. See you there. If you made it this far, it's because you take seriously improving your style. So I prepared this next video for you to watch. It's the perfect step for you to continue evolving. And take a look at this playlist too. It has a complete map to dress like a true gentleman over 40. Stylish, elegant and powerful every day. Until the next video.